Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Agediskia Maulida with my students number 2021222042. Here, I'd like to present the research proposal about the use of Google Translate in ELT classroom to increase students' vocabulary knowledge. The issue of this study is the use of Google Translate in ELT classroom to increase students' vocabulary knowledge. Then, the focus of this study is students' perception of using Google Translate in ELT classroom to increase vocabulary knowledge. Uriantoro 2015, as cited in Ramdhani 2020, stated that the use of Google Translate in learning English will make students know the meaning of previously unknown words or sentences. This can be as communicated specifically. The machine translator or Google Translate is very helpful for students in facilitating the translation task. Next, continue to the research question or formulation of the problem. So, the research question of this study is how students' perception of using Google Translate to increase vocabulary knowledge in ELT classroom. Alright, next is about operational definition. Here, there are two definitions, namely vocabulary and vocabulary knowledge. For the first is vocabulary. According to Hedge and Brown, 1995, stated that vocabulary refers to lists or sets of words which individual speakers of language might use. The second one is vocabulary knowledge. Stahl, 2005, as cited in Devi, 2019, stated that vocabulary knowledge can be defined as knowledge of a word not only implies a definition, but also implies how the word fits into the word. Then, this study aims to know students' perceptions of using Google Translate to increase vocabulary knowledge in ELT classroom. Next, the findings or results of this research. For the first is students. This research is expected to increase students to increase vocabulary knowledge using Google Translate. Then, students feel relaxed and enjoy when they learn English. Next is further researchers. This research is expected to provide new knowledge for further researchers so that they can conduct better research on the use of Google Translate in other fields. Next is the theoretical framework. For the first is the definition of vocabulary. According to Hornby 2006, vocabulary is all the words that a person knows or uses, and it is all the words in a particular language. And then the second one is the importance of vocabulary. According to Rivers, as cited in Nunan, 1991, he stated that vocabulary is essential for successful second language use because without an extensive vocabulary, the students will be unable to use the structures and functions for comprehensible communication. The third one is the aspects of vocabulary. According to Ledo, as cited in Mardianawati 2012, there are some vocabulary aspects as follows. For the first is meaning, and then spelling, and then pronunciation, and then word classes and word use. Then, the fourth is the learning of vocabulary. According to Brown and Pina in Hedge and Brown, 1995, they did an analysis that resulted in a very clear model where the strategies fall into 5 essential steps. For the first is encountering the words, and then the second one, getting the word form, and then the third one, getting the word meaning, and then the fourth is consolidating word form and meaning in memory, and the last one, using the word. And then the fifth is the words classification. In this research, it will be focused on nouns, verbs, and adjectives, and it used as categorized in Google Translate. Next is vocabulary knowledge. Vocabulary knowledge is an essential component of linguistic competence. However, surprisingly, the neglect of vocabulary in language teaching and learning research has been a recurring theme of discussion over an extended period. Next is the research method. The study was conducted using a quantitative method and survey as a design. Survey design is a survey research that aims to collect information about a large number of people by distributing questionnaires to the sample. Next is population and sample. The population is 100 students majoring in English education, Sriwangi University, but only 30 students from the entire population will be used as sample. Next is the data collection. The data for the analysis was collected by distributing questionnaire through online, which were created using Google Form. The last one is the data analysis. The data obtained through the questionnaire is then classified and analyzed using descriptive statistics by analyzing the mean and the standard deviation. Alright, that's all my presentation. Thank you for your nice attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.